Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Grammar Chill. My name is Renetta Gunn Stevens. I am your host of Grammar Chill. I'm also the CEO of Sophisticated Press. Give you a quick bio about myself. Sophisticated Press is a publishing company that I started because I knew that authors around the world was being exploited to tell their story. They was being charged tens and 20 of thousands of dollars to tell their story, and that was why they wasn't being given to the public, because they just simply couldn't afford it. So I had a story also to tell, stories to tell, and many more still that I'm going to tell. And so I decided to start a publishing company and become my first customer so I can know every step of the process of getting a book published. And so my first book is called Kingdom Speaking in the Boardroom. And this is a book that is about as Christians enter the marketplace, because yes, I am a Christian unapologetically. We have to learn a different terminology. Sometimes as Christians, we want to use spiritual terminology, and in the marketplace, sometimes that is inappropriate. And so I wanted to just create a book that tells you how to enter into the marketplace as a Christian, because honestly, for some of us, this is new territory, right? And really, the church hasn't trained us how to enter into the marketplace. They train us how to enter into the courts of heaven. But God is sending us into the marketplace. My second book is called A Dad's Redemption. This is my novel. They told me that poetry could not make money. Don't make a poetry book. So I wrote a novel. It is fiction. And I made my character in the book write poetry, so that way I can incorporate my poetry. And so you get two books for one. It's called A Dad's Redemption. It has great poetry in there. It has a great love story based out of Chicago, because that's where I'm from. Born and raised in Cabrini Green Projects. And I want to tell some stories. And I want you to tell your story, because somebody's going to tell a story about you. And if you don't do it, someone else will. And I guarantee you, they won't get it right. And you'll be like, that ain't how it happened. No, this is what happened. Well, if you tell your story, it won't have to be any corrections to what really happened. I believe that there's a bestseller in everyone. And you don't have to tell, you don't have to write a novel. It can be a how-to book. What are you good at? Are you good at making baked macaroni and cheese? Make a cookbook. It can be a book for dummies. Let's say maybe you know how to knit and everybody think it's just so hard to knit. Well, maybe you may be the perfect teacher. I tell my children all the time that sometimes it's not the student, it's the teacher. And so sometimes people in this world are waiting for you because you are the perfect teacher. Today, I just wanted to share in Grammar Chill, which is like a weekly sit down that I have with my fellow authors. It's nothing stuffy, nothing all, professional, but I tell them that don't let grammar, don't let editing stop you from telling your story. And some of you don't want to tell your story because maybe it will make you vulnerable. Maybe it'll make other people vulnerable. But I tell people, if you don't like what I say about you in my story, then change what you do to me. Because if it's my story and I have to tell it and you played a bad role in it, don't get mad at me for telling it. Get mad at yourself for doing it. So some of you've been asking God, why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? But instead of asking God, why did that happen to you? I will begin to ask God, what should I be doing with my story? What should I be doing with my story? Because if God allowed it to happen to you, then somebody out there needs to know that, hey, it happened to me too. And let me show you how I survive. Let me share with you how I survive. Let me share with you how you can survive too. Most of the times, the things that we're supposed to do in life, it's not really always about us. It's about somebody on the other end that is waiting to hear your story so that they can get hope and so they can know that I too can survive this. So today on Grammar Chill, I just want to encourage you. You don't worry about the why. Why did it happen? Why are you the one that have to tell the story? Why are you the one that's been assigned this big assignment from God? Just worry about asking God, okay, Lord, now that you gave me this assignment, I'm not going to worry about why, but what can I do to get it started? What can I do to get it finished? If you have a story to tell, please visit us at sophisticatedpress.com. And I'll be happy to work with you to get your story out. Also, you can email me at sophisticatedpress@gmail.com. I'm waiting to hear from you, and I'm also waiting to work for you. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Y'all see me, church ready?